What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Haven't been able to do a video like this in a hot minute. So today's video, we're going to talk about the sport track, its current situation, all that crap, because it is pretty much in limbo. There's a lot of stuff that needs to get taken care of right now on it, and this is why it hasn't moved. We'll also start it in today's video because it hasn't ran like completely in a few weeks. I started it Sunday to let it run for a few, just to get the fluids going in it again. But anyway, we're gonna talk about the truck a little bit and all that, so let's get into it. Yeah, the sport track's in quite a interesting situation, to say the least. So you guys haven't seen it in several weeks, for multiple reasons. One, the weather has been atrocious out here. It's rained pretty much every week, and every time we've had a clear day, other video projects have taken place. So here it is. The ground around it is pretty wet, obviously, because it has been raining lately. So lots of little marks on the driveway and stuff like that, as well as the leaks the truck already has. So it's been sitting for quite a while. Transmission went out 2 weeks ago, and it's been pretty much sitting here. I've started it once since. I remote started it, I want to say Sunday. That's the most it's ran since the transmission failed. So pretty much just some background. The 5R55E is a known problem in the sport tracks and any other 5R powered vehicle with that transmission in it. And mine has bit the dust. This transmission had around 80,000 miles on it because it was replaced at 150, and the truck has 230 now, so about 80,000 miles or so. And we believe it's something small. We believe it's a pump and the transmission's failed. Around near the, if I had to think about it, I think it's somewhere near the torque converter is where the pump is. I don't know for sure where a transmission pump is. So that's pretty much what's happened. The pumps failed, which has allegedly failed, which has killed my 5R. I know it's not a tuning problem because the tuner pretty much only controls shift pressures. It does not control any other aspect of the transmission. So that's what's going on. So the trans is buggy. It probably will. We got it home, obviously. So obviously it was able to grab gear after it failed, but we're not risking it. I've been told only to drive it when I have to, and it's looking like I'm gonna have a loaner card about this weekend that will pretty much I'll be driving until this goes into the shop to get a transmission put in. So at the beginning, possibly, I don't know the plan yet. We might go rebuild 5R. We might put a built 5R in this thing for all I know. But it's gonna get fixed, and I'm proud to announce, if you guys didn't get the hint at Tuesday's video, it's sticking around. So a lot of you guys are going to be happy to hear that, because a lot of you guys love this thing and want to see the build continue, and that's exactly what's going to happen. The build's going to continue. Unfortunately, there are some drawbacks. Due to this failure of my 5R, the build engine project is not going to happen anyway. Like I said, I didn't really know if I had the money to cover it all in the first place. But even if I did now, it doesn't matter. It needs a transmission. So we're putting another 5R in this thing, and pretty much the plan after that is to just clean this thing up. So we'll get the paint done. We'll get stuff like this fixed, and this fixed. So, I mean, it's going to be a clean truck. It's going to get painted. It's going to stay the same color. I decided to go ahead and just keep it the same color just to save money. All this gray crap is going to get repainted. Even though this is a fresh bumper, you guys know, rear-ended, blah, blah, blah. So all this is going to be painted blue to match to give it a much more high-quality look. I might even see if I can paint these door handles, because I need to get this one replaced before then, because this one's been broken since I got it. The test drive it was broken on. So, I mean, it's been broken for almost 3 years plus, however long it's been broken. So, pardon how dirty it is. Pretty much it's been left the same way it was the day the transmission died. I haven't touched it. I haven't even really looked at it. So, apologies for how dirty this thing is. What else is going to happen then? Once the transmission's done, theoretically, it's going to go straight to paint, depending on whether I get a hood or not, because I am looking at an aftermarket hood for the truck. I only have one option for that, and I've been paying attention to it. It's about $300, but it adds a Shelby Super Snake style look to the front. We'll get hood vents around this area. There'll be about 2 in total, 1 on each side, and then we'll have a massive hood scoop. That's like a dual scoop. It's like one's here, one's there. I mean, they're connected, obviously, but it's a Shelby Super Snake style hood. And a lot of people in the sport track community run them now, so they're not pretty rare anymore. There's several trucks in the community that run that hood, so I don't know yet. We may throw it on, may not. Then, of course, like I said, it's going to get painted, and then it's going to get a lot of little things fixed. It needs a power steering rack because the power steering leaks. It needs, we already have valve cover gaskets, so to fix the oil leak, minus the oil pan. The oil pan's starting to leak now. Probably do some work under the hood that it might need. I might throw a bigger intake on it because the intake it has to develop for job 1 motors. This is job 2, so not the greatest setup. I'm going to go ahead and unlock it and see if we can pop the hood. I'll show you guys what I mean. So interior wise, again, left since the day the trans died. Okay. Oh man, forever. So yeah, this intake is very small, as you can tell. It's a cheap $60 Spec D intake, bullcrap. Don't buy it. It's primarily developed for job 1 motors. I've had to rebuild this several times. It looks absolutely gross under here. Sheesh. Truck locked on me. This is why I usually keep my keys in the truck whenever I'm out here screwing with it, because it will honk and like right in my ear. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw my keys in the seat so that way it doesn't do this 8,000 times on me. First time back, and it's already hating me being out here. So yeah, this looks like there's some corrosion in here from what hasn't ran in a minute. Probably start it up and I'll probably clean this up. Alternator looks pretty gross. Yeah, pretty much this thing's been sitting for several weeks now. It has not started except for once. It had some pretty bad belt squeak when I started. I'm gonna check. It also has some pulley play. That's what's been causing that weird chattering noise the truck makes. Looks like there's might supposed to be a bit of a bolt there. It's missing. I don't know. It's a mess under here. I believe it's this pulley. That one's fine. I think it's this idler roller right here and this pulley right here. I think this is for the power steering pump, or maybe that's power steering. I don't know. It was this pump right here. I think this might actually be a water pump. I think either way, these 2 pulleys right here are going bad. They're getting some bad play in them, so I'm gonna replace those pulleys as well. There's a lot of stuff that needs to get done, just cleaning it. Obviously, this engine bay is absolutely disgusting. It needs to get cleaned up pretty good. So, yeah, then the exhaust. So the truck has currently just a Flowmaster 40 muffler on it, nothing too crazy. We're going to be going ahead, if I can afford it, which I probably can. We'll be throwing a 2.5-inch Y pipe on it, as well as a set of shorty headers. As well, we'll do headers down or mid pipe or down pipe. I think that's a mid pipe though. And then the factory catalytic converters. The front 2 are probably going to stay on, if not be replaced with high flows. And then the back 2 are going to get completely cut out. So it's going to be effectively a half straight pipe down to the Flowmaster. So pretty much the only restriction necessarily going to be in the exhaust is going to be that 2.25-inch muffler. So it's going to sound fantastic because I was planning on rebuilding the entire exhaust and going to a completely new setup. But the problem is that new setup would be probably cost me about $1,000 to buy all this stuff. Buying all this stuff's like $120. But installation, because it's going to be a completely custom dual exit, they're going to have to find a way to route it around the spare tire and get a hanger made so they hang the left side, because these trucks come with single exit. It's going to be, it would have been an absolute mess. So I think in the long run, I'm just going to do the smart thing, the easy thing, and just go ahead and keep the system it has and just make it easy to breathe up front, because it's going to sound fantastic and all that. So, and then we're going to fix the headliner. So I'll show you guys my headliner. I haven't shown this on video yet out of embarrassment. So this is my headliner. As you can tell, it's pretty bad shape. It's water damaged, sagging, all that stuff. And that's thanks to this little fellow over here. This douchebag leaking on me. So I need to reseal it. Yeah, I can definitely tell it's it, because look, it's got water inside of it. Yeah, if you look really closely, see there's tons of moisture in that third brake light. So yeah, that's definitely our leak right there. I was concerned it was the roof rack leak, because I did do this delete and I put all these bolts in, but if that were the case, I'd be getting water like right here too, but it's just sagging right here. So there's no water damage or anything that I see. So Yeah, and that makes sense because all the damage is focused back here, as you can tell. So it needs to get that one, the headliner replaced, and then two, that third brake light sealed, which is going to be easy. My dad's already looking into it. We're probably just going to pull it off. I probably might just try to find an OEM replacement and do sealing on that one, because this one's toast now that I'm looking at it. The cargo lights work, but the actual brake light doesn't work, so that's interesting. And then, all that's said and done, we'll be going more low. I'll put a picture up on screen of one I found on Google Images. It's a little bit lower than this thing is. He's gone about 5 inches. This one's about 3 in the back, 2.5 up front. So if we do that, we'll probably lower the back 1 more inch or 2. Go 5 out back and then 3.5 to 4.5 up front, if it's possible. I don't know, because what I'm concerned about is not being able to clear drag radials on the back and skinnies up front. I mean, granted, these are 20-inch wheels. We'd be going down to 17s or 15s. The 17s up front, 15s in the back, so we'd probably still clear everything. I don't know, though, because I found this picture, and it shows me that we can do it static, because that is a static truck. And this one also is static. I don't have money for bags. So that's the plan. We're going to go maybe a little bit more low, because I get told all the time, oh, it doesn't look lowered. Even though if you compared it to a stock sport track, it looks freaking like a freaking Kia compared to a stock ride height sport track. So that's the plan. I also might need to invest in tire cushions and a car cover for this thing once it gets painted, because quite frankly, parking every 2 weeks like this has driven me nuts, because these tires are looking at flat spots, and I'm gonna be so upset because I don't want to buy tires. These tires are they're not terribly expensive, but they're expensive enough. So all right, so that's pretty much the situation on the truck. It's gonna get cleaned up, new transmission put in. We might do some stuff with the seats too. I've been looking at some seat options. My parents want me to just get this one reupholstered and redone and have a nice seat put in, a factory seat put in that's just leather or something like that. Alcantara is what I want to do, but they'd rather do leather. Might go to pull apart and try to find a steering wheel, because this one's fried and I don't want to use the steering wheel cover anymore. It looks trashy. So that's kind of that. So we're gonna go ahead and start it. It hasn't started, at least with the key in the car, for several weeks. So let you guys remember, push button start I had installed on this thing. Oh, I'm a little bit nervous. I haven't started this thing in a minute, so I don't know if it's gonna start, but we'll give it a shot. Well, she lives. So yeah, you can hear the belt chatter. I'll go and demonstrate it. I haven't really shown it on video much because I've been embarrassed about it. You really only have to watch live streams to get to it, because there was a stream we did a little while back. You hear the intake screaming. You can kind of halfway hear it down here. The radiator fans are stupid loud, but you can kind of hear it, and we've replaced the belt tension already, so no, that's not our problem. It just needs probably those pulleys. That's probably what it's doing. And then the injection noise has gotten really loud, so I'm probably going to get some more seafoam thrown in there to clean those injectors out a little bit more. I'm also, while I'm talking about it, other performance stuff, I'm waiting on a tune from Brinspeed to make this thing a little bit more rambunctious. Nothing too crazy. I sent a data log in about a month ago. We'll hopefully hear back soon. There it is. It's starting to make noise now. So yeah, it's also due for an oil change. We'll be doing that here soon, probably once I get it back from the trans shop. I guess we'll get a little bit of a sound clip of it running here. A little of the white smoke, probably condensation, for it hasn't ran in a minute. It's been raining. So the plan is, when I get the new exhaust set put on the headers and the mid pipe, it's going to be a little bit louder. That's really the only thing I want, is I want it to be a little bit louder than it is, because it's so dang quiet. Sounds great for a truck V6 though. You know, truck V6s are so deep. Like the 4.3 and the Chevys are like ridiculous, but hear the injection noise, the belt chatter, all that stuff. It really just needs a rebuild eventually. Let's let it run for a little while longer, but that's pretty much gonna wrap up today's video, guys. Just want to give you guys an update, tell you guys the truck's sticking around, and some ideas I have for it that are probably gonna wind up happening soon. So I'm excited to get it painted. My dad's friend runs a paint shop. We're gonna get it done there. I don't know what's gonna come first though, the exhaust or the paint. Really just depends. So with all that said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time.